Welcome back, everybody. Can't wait to get into this week's Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast. I'm Dr. Stephen Cabral, board-certified doctor of naturopathy, founder of the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. Can't wait to go over this topic, and here's why. I want the absolute best for IHP community and also for the greater good of the health, fitness, wellness-based industry. Now, I want the absolute best people who care the most and provide the best service to rise to the top. But sometimes the best people, they fail. They don't reach their goal of being either a part-time or full-time health coach or personal trainer, massage therapist, etc. And I want to share with you like a really simple reason as to why. And there's only three main reasons. Now, those three main reasons will break into its own little, tree root structure of the reasons why. But you need to be able to understand and discern how to improve your practice. So very simple, very straightforward. I'm going to go over those three things. These are things that I share with my private mentorship clients. If you are ever interested in doing a half-day business breakthrough day with myself or Julia Hayes, just let us know. Simply email support@ihp.coach, or you can even direct message me on Instagram. I read, believe it or not, all of my messages. My goal is to get top-level practitioners, people that are IHPs, that know their stuff, that want to provide a service for others to rise in the industry. Like that is my goal, because here's the thing. I don't want to say like I've had my time, because that's not true. I'm still a practitioner to this day. I continue to create content. I continue to teach. But I have been working in this industry now for almost 30 years. Part-time in the 90s, full-time in all of the 2000s, right? And so I've worked with a lot of clients, over 40,000 one-on-one appointments, and I've overseen over 300,000 appointments. So not everybody has to be that insane, and I don't recommend it. But seeing, on average, 3 to 5 clients a week, a client a day, 10 clients a week, not only is it amazing, fulfilling work, but also you can make an incredible income. So I want to help you do that. I really do. Let's go over the three reasons why. There are three main points. The first one is this: client attraction. So you might be doing the other 2 points really well, but if you are not able to bring clients into your business, you are not going to have clients. Now, that may seem obvious. I totally get it. This one's going to be the more obvious one. There's 2 other points that are maybe not as obvious. I don't think they are, because there's a lot more to this than just bringing in clients. But if that's the difficult part for you, then you need to look at this as to how can you overcome that, right? So first things first, are you getting eyeballs on you or the material? So that can either be from referrals, it could be from lunch and learns that you're doing, local talks, it could be on social media, it can be videos that you're doing, it could be interviews that you're doing, anything. Are you getting eyeballs? If the answer is no, well, we need to get eyeballs, right? Like we need to get people even know that you exist, right? Like that's the thing. I thought the first 6 months I opened up my first body transformation, nutrition, personal training, strength and conditioning studio, I thought all the clients would come. I thought they would just all come. They didn't come. They weren't there, right? There was nobody. And I had 2 personal trainers that I hired because I'm like, well, we're going to open up an amazing boutique studio and we're going to help clients. Well, the couple clients I was working with came. Nobody else came. I had to figure out real quick, whoa, people don't know that we exist. Therefore, people aren't even going to give us a shot. They're not going to take advantage of our free consultation that we've been doing way back since the early 2000s. Why? They don't even know that we are there. They don't even know that we exist. They don't know that we offer a free consultation. So eyeballs matter. You have to find a way. You either pay for boosted ads, you do lunch and learns, you get on interviews, you put out social media content, you do whatever you have to do, but you need to get eyeballs. Now, the second part, which I'm going to talk, let's finish this first one. So client attraction is the first one. It's, can you get a client to your website or to message you on social media? And then, of course, you have to actually answer the messages, right? Okay, so that's the first part. Letting people know that you exist. How are you doing? Are you doing a good job at that? Great. If so, and again, you don't need 1 million people. You need like 100 people, right? You need like 25 to 50 people seeing your post a day because you're only looking for one person at a time, right? Like, what are you looking for? One person a week. I've shared with you that strategy. One person a week is going to allow you to build a 6-figure coaching practice over the course of 1 year. It really will. I mean, if you think like, again, what it will do is we'll link up those previous shows. So you can find those previous shows at ihp.coach/388 because I want to stay on target today. So first, we get eyeballs on our posts or in person, however you want to do it, or referrals, however you want to. All right. Point number 2, if you're getting eyeballs, people are finding you, they are not messaging you, but maybe they're landing on your website. There are not great websites out there right now. I'm just going to put it that way. They are not great. They're not great. And your website has to represent you. It really does. And it has to represent your professionalism. The colors I see, the unreadability, that like they're not good. They're not good a lot of the time. And I say that only because I want you to succeed. That's the truth. And so when you land on a website that looks like it was built when the internet first came out by a non-professional, website designer, it's not going to lead to conversion. It's not. If it's difficult to navigate, if it's overly wordy, if people don't know if it's for them, if you're not calling out the problem that you help, if it's not easy to schedule online, to just choose a free consultation, if there are not easy to see buttons that takes them through that, if they have to go through multiple different windows that open, if it's not mobile responsive, you can get the eyeballs, but it's not going to convert, right? That's a big issue. Now, let's say though, the website is good or good enough. People schedule their free consultation. They get the automated Zoom link or Equal Life Health Portal link or whatever you're using. You get on that consultation. Are you able to convert that client or potential client to a client in your practice? Because if you're not, that's the issue as well. If you find that less than 50% of the people who contact you do not sign up, it is not necessarily an eyeball issue. It is a conversion issue, okay? People are not already warmed up by what you've said on your website and social media. And so it takes a lot more persuasion on the call. The call is meant to do this: build connection and rapport. Listen to their story. Share with them how you were able to find the underlying root causes in terms of deficiencies and toxicities, and then create a personalized based plan that will help them replace those deficiencies, reduce their toxicities, and return their body back to health over a 3 to 4 month period of time. That is your job, and that is it. Do you tell them everything you're going to do? No, because it's overwhelming. You share with them how you're going to start, how it's mapped out, and how you're going to help them get there. That's it. And so if that's an issue, not a problem. At the end of level 1 and the end of level 2, there are role-playing activities inside of IHP curriculum. There are also podcasts on how to set up this free discovery call with a client. And you have over 5,000 IHPs in our private Facebook group. And you can simply put out a post saying, hey, everybody, I'm looking to get better. And I want to improve my free discovery calls, AKA free client consultations. Would anybody else like to do some role playing with me? Don't let people try to sell you on coaching or all the other things. You're just looking to role play. You want to get better. How do you get better? Someone gives you constructive feedback. You don't want someone to just say, oh, it was perfect. Well, obviously it's not perfect, right? You're converting less than 50% of people. And they're getting on a call with you. They're spending the time. They're interested. And they're not saying yes. And if you're not charging $5,000 or $10,000, that's not going to be the issue. You're charging $290 to $490 a month. If you're just starting out, perfectly acceptable. That's like very reasonable, very reasonable. Okay. So, and again, when you get more experience, you can charge $5,000, $10,000 if you want. But right now, yeah, $290 to $490. It can include the vitamin tox test or starter kit or whatever you'd like, right? That's up to you. So here's the thing. You role play, you get feedback, but also it's just reps. It's getting comfortable. If you've ever played basketball and you've ever tried to do a layup, it's ridiculous the first few times you try it. You don't know when to jump. You don't know how far away from the hoop you want to jump. You don't know how high you jump. You don't know when to release the ball. It's a mess. What do you need to do? Hundreds of layups. Hundreds of layups. Free throws is the same thing. You ever try a free throw without like jumping in the air? No. You got to push from the ground. You've got to use the whole flow of the body. How long does it take to get great at free throws? Well, some people might say a lifetime, but like you've just got to put in hundreds of reps. So what about the free consultation? At least dozens. So practice with people. Practice in the mirror. Practice recording. Go with the flow. Learn to improve your client conversion. And that includes once people move from a lunch and learn or chat or referral or social media, and you send them your website link or they find it in your bio, the website needs to convert, the scheduler needs to convert, and you need to convert on that particular call. Because after all, if a client doesn't work with you, you can't help them. So it's your job to be able to help them. They came to you. You have the knowledge. You want to be able to help. All right. So that's where coaches fail the second part. Now, remember, and this is the truth, you can't fail unless you give up. You really can't. So I'm using the word fail because you get a failing grade right now. That's okay. You can improve. Like that's the thing. I haven't done well on a bunch of different things, but it's hard to remember all the things I haven't done well because I did them all not well until I learned to do them well. Like that's the truth. I used to spend an hour and a half in a consultation, which should have been 20 to 30 minutes because I was like fumbling over my words and just like never wanted to let them speak because if they spoke, then they might say no, right? So it's like that you learn, but you just learn. All right. So we get the eyeballs first. Second, we convert. What's the third? All right, you've done your free consultation. You've done your first appointment with them, maybe even second. Here's the third part where health coaches fail. You might say, how is there another fail point if you already signed up the client and they've got this nice 3-month package? Here's the problem. The goal of a health coach is not to be one and done with all of their clients. No one can run a practice like that. If you're an attorney, you can't be one-on-one. You're one and done. My wife used to do real estate. When she did real estate, can you imagine if she never had any clients come back to sell their home again with her or to look for a new home? She'd always have to find new clients every single day. And although, yes, that is part of a real estate agent or attorney or hairdresser or anyone, it's so much easier when your clients come back to you. And is a client ever done with their health? I mean, that seems kind of crazy, right? Like, no. So you do your initial program, which is probably like 3 months, right? Meet once a month, okay? And then after that, every 2 to 3 months, they're following it with you. Make adjustments to the plan, rerun a lab, but also they're providing referrals. So if you are not getting any referrals and your clients are never doing a follow-up with you, that comes down to your practice. That comes down to your bedside manner, as they call it, your empathy, your caring, and the plans that you give people and the efficacy of those to get people results. You get people results, they're coming back. Even if you don't have the best bedside manner, they're coming back. I mean, they really are. Like I would say that it was much more dry when I first started my practice because I didn't have any role models as to like how to do it properly. And then I had a couple clients that just basically said, listen, like, be more you, be more yourself. And I thought it was just really good advice. Like, relax a little bit. Like, I know that you're going over people's functional medicine tests, but like, relax a little bit. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I should probably relax a little bit. But I was tense from a million different reasons, right? Like, it wasn't just that. It was, starting practices is a big thing, especially when you have $30,000 of overhead every month, right? Like that's a big thing. That's why running a virtual practice is so amazing, because you don't have the big wellness center and the rent and the insurance and all the utilities and the salaries and the front desk and all the equipment. Sometimes it's nice to not have all of that, right? You can do it over video like we're chatting right now. So that's the amazing thing about it. But if you need to start from scratch every single month and you're not offering 3-month packages at minimum, it's eventually it's going to wear you down. It's going to be a losing game. It really is. So how I've always looked at it is, okay, you're trying to get 1 client a week on average, 4 a month. Great. What's month 2? Well, month 2 starts with 4 more appointments because they're seeing you monthly for at least 3 months. Okay. So now you get 4 more clients month 2. Now you're at 8 appointments. Okay. Now in month 3, how many appointments do you have? 12. Amazing. And then it's always 12. It's never less. Why? Because yes, those clients from month 1 may take a month or 2 off before seeing you, but you have all the other people following up. And again, if you're just doing like straight up simple math, 12 appointments a month times 490, it's about $6,000 a month. So it's like, it's still an amazing income, and that doesn't include any of the other offerings that you may provide. And so it's right out of the gates, it's $75,000 a year. And like, that is really reasonable. And like, I want all of our IHPs to at least achieve that. But then remember, in month 5 or 6 from starting your practice, if you're getting 1 client a week, then clients begin to come back. And now you continue with your 12s, but you now have another 4 more, and that's 16. Right? So it's like that is, and then you get referrals, and that is how you build your practice. And also how, believe it or not, in 18 months, you could really be overwhelmed with clients. And I know that seems kind of crazy, but there's only so many hours that you probably want to dedicate to your consultations. And then you could also do the same for another IHP. You could hire an IHP on your team, a level 2 or 3, and you can start to give them new clients that come in that you're not able to work with. And you could enjoy a percentage of that, and they get to help build themselves up experience, and they get compensated as well. So it's a really amazing thing that I think that we do for our community, and you do for other fellow IHPs. So those are the 3 ways. So that's the thing. So like, let's say you do an amazing job. So you don't have a lot of clients, but you're able to always have them come back and they give you referrals. Great. You've mastered point number 3. So what do you need to do? You need to improve your conversion. You might say, well, every referral that you're given or a new person you meet, you convert them to be a client. That's even more amazing, right? Or like 80 to 90% of the people you meet with. Amazing. So what are you missing? All you're missing is then getting more in front of more clients. That's it. Because you've already mastered the last 2 steps. You already have a real successful business. Now you need what they call it traffic. I hate that word, but you need more people to see you. So what do you need to do? Get on interviews, right? Be more active on social media. Do more stories, do more teaching, do more lunch and learns, like do all of those things, more partnerships, more whatever you want to call it, joint ventures. Do all of those things because you know that you already have a successful business and you're just looking for more eyeballs. This is how you really begin to scale and build a business. And the amazing thing is this, we IHPs, I think, are some of the most caring and service-oriented individuals in the world, and we want to help people. So don't feel bad trying to get in front of more people and get on that free discovery call with them, because that's your ability, that's your starting point to helping. So hopefully today's show was helpful. All those show notes and links will be at ihp.coach/388. And like I said, if there's any questions, just let us know. We'll be teaching more of this in depth at the Reimagine Health Summit this year for IHPs. Check out rhsevent.com. And if I ever can help you and you would like to do a half-day business breakthrough day where we literally look at your entire business, your website, your scheduling, your ideas, your niche, your thoughts, feel free to just contact us. You can even direct message me on Instagram. I literally can only work with 1 new client a month. That's it, 1 new client a month. But if any of our IHPs are interested, obviously I want to help our IHP community, or you can just email support@ihp.coach. Have an amazing week, everybody. Let us know if there's any questions. Be well.